to do something first.
What?
Please. Thank you very much. Just.
Sir, he never said anything to me.
Maybe.
Pulse rate?
In 13 seconds. 13秒で 4 frames per second.
Niego la computadora. ¡Ah!
It is a volcano.
Well, hey, you can even be on TV if you come.
This week's episode of Reality Check. Just so reality check. Just so pupils.
One, the experiment failed, as you can see. It's very important.
We have started a new group.
Incognito.
Incognito. And
Quite neato, in fact.
Incognito, that's the hair salon where that chick was trying to pick me up with.
Yes, I've heard about that one.
doesn't want to stay.
Right next to a vital spittoon, yes.
Some disguise, he says.
But that's true. I'm not kidding. This chick picked me up. She... We're all get out.
That's what I need, a shave and a haircut.
Makeup.
Makeup.
Well, that's not gonna work. It's the Skull and Bones Club right here in the back seat.
Ah, he got it. He got it.
You got it. Is that the skull of Geronimo you're wearing there, sir?
If I get stopped by cops, you guys explain, okay?
Okay. Huh? We are Palestinian extremist groups from the Eugenics Experiment Club in the NSC.
Without getting me arrested.
No, one look at us, they'll know we're on their side.
Yeah. Right. Well, here, I must read from the guard. The American peoples must know. They must know. What's we going to read from?
Here we are. We're following the cop. He's not following us.
Follow the cop.
So you know something is definitely up here. Something smells bad in Helsinki, let me tell you.
No, in the projects. There's plenty of
That's just them throwing the garbage off the roof.
American peoples must know.
What is this guide here?
The truth. The guide is the truth.
The truth?
The truth.
The tooth, like your new clean tooth.
The truth. Like that movie Dune.
Dune?
The truth.
So that was
Remember
the truth,
the truth.
I knew there was something going on.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
There
Dun,
is the
dun,
guide.
dun.
How about
the
remember
Masonic flag of the United States of America.
Remember the fruit.
Remember the fruit.
The fruit of my loom.
Fuck the vote.
Is absolutely outrageous.
92. You haven't asked us who we're voting for in election yet.
Who are you voting for in election yet?
Nobody. Election rigged.
Election
Election
rigged. Election rigged. Election rigged.
From the beginning, from 1964, NES, National Election Service. They've got it all rigged.
Networks have already decided.
Networks have decided. Read from the guide. Read from the guide.
Where can we find
The
this guide?
The guide. Boss, it's the guide.
Where can this guide be found?
I don't know.
Pray tell, he asks.
What?
Where did you put it?
Right here.
He's right now found in backseat of car.
Most
Well,
respectable.
you can read it on
toilets.
television, of course.
Most anarchic locations. These things don't give me safety pin.
Democracy.
Burglary, rape, murder. As the crime rate rises, honest citizens are no longer safe, even in their own homes. When will it be your turn? And how will you protect yourself and your loved ones when violence comes calling?
Hello, I'm G. Gordo Libby, head of Protective Services for Security City, the safest place on earth for you and your family to live. Just look at some of these security-intense features.
Security City is a perimeter-controlled, privacy-intensive compound of condominium units. Your protection starts with 24-hour security personnel in strategic observation posts and extends to individual reinforced privacy and peace of mind. Best of all, Security City is totally access restricted. Not even pesky door-to-door Bible salesmen will disturb your privacy behind our 30-foot electrified fences.
Yes, at Security City, your safety and privacy are all that matters. Formerly known as Atlanta Federal Penitentiary, Security City is indeed the safest place on earth for you and your family to live.
Condos start at $2,300,000. Call today for free brochure.
Push linked to each other, royalty.
Not romantically,
royal
though.
Blood. For all of you out there that have read Holy Blood, Holy Grail, you'll certainly know the importance behind this particular article, especially Bush's royal antecedents are a bit more impressive. Richard the Lionhearted.
What?
People. Let's see here. Governor Clinton's genealogy includes Henry III of England.
What?
Robert I of France, and later connects to Davy Crockett of the Alamo, President Andrew Jackson, President William Henry Harrison, and President Benjamin Harrison. I'm sure they're all Masons, too.
Davy.
So, we've got a couple of people.
No, wait a second. If you don't believe in voting, then why are you handing out an election guide?
Well, because people are going to vote anyways. It's apathy, you know. It's conditioning. Doesn't matter if you vote or not, because, you know, like I say, you know, the NES in 1964 rigged the whole thing. They got it all figured out. Clinton's won the election.
The taxis to do it. If there's a fair way, I'm all ears.
Sir? Propaganda? 1992? Our 1992 election guide. Vote for a Freemason.
Going to anyway.
Well, there's a first turn down of the evening. Let's go see if we can find another hapless businessman we can harass.
I get it. Let's go for the greater evil.
Open your own polling place. Hey, how can you do that?
I like that.
It's easy. It says so right there.
Are you a patriot to the cause of freedom? If so, I want to ask you a question. If you aren't, you're some kind of opportunistic leech living off the toil of others. Then hand this page to a person of courage and go off into somewhere and die.
Yeah, die.
Just die! And give me a responsible patriot.
Responsible?
Stinking of liberty and drunk on the law. Yeah, I mean the real law. Not the artificial restrictions the governing bodies impose on us as if we're all idiots and children and have actually voted them as parents and keepers. Of course I mean the laws that apply to everybody, all the time. Like, as real patriots, you know that it is a law that to be a part of a system is to be a participant in that system.
Participant.
Here you are. That is it.
That's it.
No questions.
No
It's
questions.
the law. You must participate. And to defy the law, to not participate, is to put an undue burden on the rest of the system. To be a leech, a parasite.
And it must be noted, it is a singularly stupid parasite that kills its own host.
Amen, brother. So what can you really do about it? Well, I say arm yourself with as much knowledge as possible. And open your own polling place on election day. It's easy. It becomes one complete kit. It's fun. You can do it with a friend. You can learn a lot. Like how gullible are your neighbors?
How gullible are your neighbors?
I have a feeling they're mighty gullible.
Good to know what I'm running against, that's all. Well, the same goes for me. I might have known you'd resort to mudslinging. And I might have known you would conduct a smear campaign. Smear campaign? Give me that thing. I'll show you what a real smear campaign is. This isn't nearly strong enough. Well, if that's the way you want to play, I've got some ideas of my own. Come on.
Tired or dry, flyaway skin? Is the heartbreak of melanoma destroying your social life? Did your last date end in embarrassment when your nose fell into the soup? Try new Ozone 66 from Skin Save. Ozone 66 contains D-gamma radiation emollients that protect you from those nasty UV rays. Ozone 66 sprays right on with this handy aerosol applicator. And who's going to worry about a few more silly fluorocarbons at this point? Ozone 66 forms a protective barrier that keeps facial tissue intact, no matter what the sun gets up to. Yes, Ozone 66 keeps your skin on.
You got it. You got it.
So tell me.
It's the APM new election guide. Don't forget to vote.
Lock and load.
Push a button across the street.
About the same reaction you get. You go across the street, you see the little sign that says push button to cross street, you push the button, you know it has no control over the traffic whatsoever. It doesn't really connect to anything. It just makes you feel better. Go, yes, I am in control of my destiny. I pushed the button to cross street. Voting is a lot like that. Those little machines aren't really connected to anything. It just makes you feel better.
That it doesn't really matter who gets to hold the big red button.
In other APM election guides, we advocated people voting for nobody for president.
What about write-ins?
Write in yourself for president. But we all should write ourselves in.
That's the only way it's going to work in a representational government. Nobody can really represent you, especially with all the people like lobbyists in between you and the actual decision makers. So you really have to be your own president. There really is no choice. You have to write yourself in.
The only thing we can't quite figure out is, should there be one big red button and we all take turns holding it, or lots of little ones so we can all have our own?
Freedom of choice.
Yeah, there it is. There's that word again, choice. Election publication, the first one being the Anti-Convention Handbook from 1984 when the Democratic National Convention was in San Francisco. We put out a list of the anti-convention activities that were going on in the Bay Area during that time. Marches, demonstrations, rallies, you name it, die-ins, be-ins. And we had a double-page spread in the center that was the floor plan of the Moscone Center where the convention was going to be held, showing where the various press booths were, where the speaker's platform was, where the shoot-on-sight areas were, the radiation hazards. Minefields. And the various delegate offices also. Unclear on the concept for the LA riots, walking into a boutique. Oh, hi, we're here to loot you. Do you have that in a size 14? Going to a deli. Hi, we're here to loot you. Let's see, I want a pastrami on cheese. My friend wants...
And hold the mother.
That's the answer. I do believe that there's some fairly good news out there. The use of cocaine, for example, by teenagers is dramatically down.
The interview with JFK was actually difficult. It's hard to talk to somebody who's been in another dimension for 29 years. We managed to do it with the help of the Egyptian god of death, Anubis. Anubis was conjured up, managed to channel in JFK, and we proceeded with the conversation. The basic theme of it was the evolution of the presidency.
Sort of like evolution of the species.
Well, yeah. And the concept, the basic point that JFK made was that when he was elected, he thought that he was in charge, that he was the top dog, the head of the pyramid, the actual chief executive. And he found out the hard way that that's not the way things go at all. He made decisions that were unpopular with the real power structure, and he got taught a lesson, the same lesson Abraham Lincoln was taught. Cameraman say, all right, this is it. This is the best footage you're ever going to get. Put the camera down and step away.
This is pin registered 35 millimeter.
Now this is our classical piece. Are you ready?
Some things belong to the past.
Do you have a definite job at the atomic laboratory, Bob? Well, it isn't exactly definite.
Look at that car flip!